Hello Trinity Academy. In this video is going to look at a mistake that worked. It's actually a pretty well known mistake that worked. At least I've always known that it was a mistake because it's used as an example of this, and it's a medicine called penicillin. It was invented by a man named Alexander Fleming, but he didn't get out of bed planning to create penicillin, but that's what happened. You see, he was 47 years old and he was a bacteriologist. That means he was a scientist who studied germs. And so he was experimenting in his laboratory at a hospital in London called St. Mary's Hospital, and he set one of the laboratory plates containing a bad bacteria beside an open window. But when he came back, he realized, some mold had blown in from the window and it had contaminated the process. And so really now he couldn't use it. He should have thrown it away, but he knew to look at something a little closer. So while the experiment was spoiled, he examined the plate very carefully and he saw that there was mold growing it. But around the mold, there was a clear zone. The deadly bacteria were being dissolved by the mold. And so the mold was actually killing the bacteria. And so through the accident of the moldy culture, he then figured out how to make it to be penicillin. That's how he came to discover what penicillin was. So they kept, he himself did not make the final discovery of it, but others kept playing with it, and then they developed penicillin into the life-saving drug that's used all over the world today. Ironically, though, I don't use it. I had an allergic reaction to penicillin when I was in elementary school. Nothing major, and I probably could take it again, but since then I've not had penicillin, which makes it very interesting when I have certain illnesses that is not something that's really available to me for medicine. In 1945, Fleming and two of the others who really worked to perfect penicillin were awarded the Nobel Prize in Medicine for their discovery and perfection of penicillin. Back in the 1990s, there were over 80 million prescriptions for penicillin written each year. I have a strong feeling that has only gone up in the past 20, 30 years since then. And that is how penicillin came to be a mistake that worked.